What's going on YouTube? My name is ADCArtAttack, his name is Bob, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my redraw old drawing stuff challenge video. This is the series where I take a look back at some of my previous drawings from when I was just a kid and I redraw them. Now, if you do find yourself enjoying today's video, well, there is a playlist full of my redraw videos, much like the one here where we drew Sonic and, well, then we did Sonic again. But we did Homer, so we did something different at least once in this playlist. My whole childhood was just Sonic, so expect a lot. This is a really fun challenge to do. I really do like going back and drawing my old work and just looking at my old work. And if you do have some old pieces of artwork you'd like to show me or you'd like to redraw them and then show me that, well then feel free to tag me on Instagram or ADCArtAttack. Wait, what? Feel free to tag me on Instagram or Twitter, it's ADCArtAttack. That being said, it is time to get started with drawing my old drawings today in this drawing. And I do hope you enjoy it. Moving on. Alrighty then, so before we get started with the drawing today, what are we gonna need for today's drawing today? For today's drawing, I'll be using a Staedtler pencil, just a standard school pencil, nothing fancy here. To be honest, I don't really buy into that whole more expensive pencils are better. Just get yourself a pencil, and as long as it does the job of drawing, that's about all you need. An eraser? Again, nothing fancy here, just an eraser, something to remove the pencil from the paper. And for the inking, I'll be using my Winsor & Newton fine liners. Now, in the past, I have used many different types of fine liners, but I do find these ones to be the most user-friendly. They have an extremely long tip which allows you to see around the pen the entire time you're inking, so you can always ensure that you can see what it is you're doing and where your pen is going to touch the paper. For the colouring today, I'll be using a blend of both my Ohuhu markers, which are a lovely set of markers. They're extremely cheap, in fact one of the cheapest professional grade markers on the market. And also my Winsor & Newton Pro and Brush markers. A little bit more expensive, a little bit higher in quality, but I just like to mix and match and really just choose whatever is on hand at any given time. I just happen to have both of them on the desk at the same time, so why not use them both? The paper I'll be using today is nothing special. It is just a sheet of paper. It is sketch paper and it is 190 grams, which makes it a little bit heavier and thicker than most sketch paper. But other than that, I mean, it's just paper. I wouldn't really go too into it. Just get yourself a nice sheet of paper. Even if it's just cartridge paper, it doesn't really matter too much. Paper! Okay everyone, so after having a look through my drawing folder, I found this image of Sonic the Hedgehog. Again, it's kind of all I drew when I was a kid. So this drawing dates back to 2005, so I would have been 14 years old when I did this, and it's actually pretty good. You know, at first glance, there isn't too much I can pick apart, but there are some things we can pick apart. Whatever's going on there. But we will go into that as we go throughout this video. So, what I'm going to be doing here today is keeping both of the drawings in frame at all times. I think this is a really nice way to do this kind of drawing challenge thing. It's quite wholesome, and also it's quite nice to just look back at the thing that we're supposed to be drawing from, you know, him, and then we can compare it with this blank sheet of paper when the drawing's done, and it'll be great. So before I get on with just boring you to death with a long commentary, let me just say what it is that I'm doing right here, and that is mapping off the drawing we have on the left-hand side to the right. I want to get the scaling right, I want to sort of get the image over there, and I am drawing from this reference itself. I'm not drawing from an original source. I actually don't know what happened with this one, whether I copied from something or not. I gotta say I was 14 years old at the time. It's a very long time ago, so I have forgotten, but it's more than likely I did copy from some sort of source material. But yes, so all I'm doing here is visualizing what it was I was doing on the left-hand side and bringing it over to the right-hand side. These are just key areas that I'm going to use as a sort of guide, but they don't have to be strict. I just always find it's better to have something on the paper than to have nothing at all. And as there's not too many mistakes in the original drawing's proportions, all I have to do here is just modernize the drawing. So I just have to do a better rendition of Sonic the Hedgehog on this side. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now while I talk to you about a couple of things. The first thing I want to talk to you about today is the pleasure this brings me doing this series. It is so easy, a person in my position who does art for a living, to get lost in the moment of everyone will be judging my artwork, so it needs to be exceptional. And that's not a nice place to be. Art should always be an escape from reality. It should be a place where you can relax, put on some music, and just enjoy yourself doing the project at hand. Now, that being said, not many people are going to like this. I probably will get a lot of dislikes for this. I'll get a lot of comments about the end result because I don't know if it's going to turn out good or not. But hey, for me, it's about the journey, and I'm just glad that I'm able to let go a little bit here and not produce something of extremely high quality. Something that in my mind isn't to be judged, is to be enjoyed. Speaking of which, the drawing doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty good. I'm glad that we fixed the hand and he's actually holding a lightsaber. Oh, by the way, this whole lightsaber idea, I have no idea why I did this. All I can say is I'm a massive fan of Star Wars and Sonic the Hedgehog. So growing up, I presume that's what happened here. I have actually done a couple of things like this, a couple of crossovers using Star Wars. I've not really showed them off, so maybe we'll show them in the future. But yeah, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. I love the universe and that's just me. Now, as we move on to the coloring, this is where a lot of errors happened in the original one. As we can see looking at it, it's pretty clear that I was using felt markers, or at least we can make the assumption that I used felt markers. You see, alcohol markers when I was growing up weren't such a big thing, and I don't think they even existed. I'm not too sure here. But all I can say is, if you are not a seasoned artist, you probably don't know the difference between an alcohol marker and a felt marker, and everything like that, and I certainly at that age had no idea. So all I can assume here is I was using the standard grade felt markers that you would perhaps get with a coloring book or, I don't know, something really bad, something really cheap. But I can say from memory that I was not someone who enjoyed coloring. Coloring was something that was very rare for me to do in any of my artworks. The only time I would ever do it was when I was pushed to do it by either my parents or a school teacher. Any other time, it would just be pure graphite. I just didn't want to apply color to any of my drawings. I always felt that it would ruin the drawing. I don't know why. I was just snobbish at the age of 14. But I'm so happy that I grew up out of that as time went on and I've started to learn to use color more and more. Because I wouldn't be in the position I am now if not for color. And that's one of the huge advances that I've noticed in artwork. With the introduction of alcohol markers becoming so mainstream, we're able to take our artwork from something so basic and apply shadows and layers and depth to the artwork. Once again, I have to say that I'm not taking this one too seriously, so the results may vary here, but you can kind of get what I'm saying here. The quality as it sits right now is already head and shoulders above the original. We're able to apply those deep shadows and those bright highlights and really create something quite beautiful. And you know, it's one of the most wholesome experiences redrawing your artwork from when you were a child. It's also quite nerve-wracking because I have a piece of artwork here that's dating back 15 years ago, which is almost half of my life. I mean, that's a really long time ago that I drew something and I'm gonna get emotional. This is so, it's really difficult. You know, I used to draw because it was fun. I used to draw because I needed an escape, and I was a bit of a recluse. I didn't really have any friends growing up. You know, I had a couple, but there's a whole story to that. But yeah, so I spent a lot of time indoors, and I used to do a lot of these drawings, and it's crazy to think that I did this 15 years ago. I was sat in my bedroom just sketching Sonic the Hedgehog, and here I am in 2020 sketching Sonic the Hedgehog next to it. And what's crazy is this is my job now. You know, art is my job, art is my life, and I can't, you know, firstly, I can't thank you guys enough. This video is taking a whole twist here, but yeah, I can't thank you guys enough. It's absolutely incredible that there are people out there who are willing to sit down and watch me create pieces of artwork. I thank you all so much. And yes, it is difficult to be an artist and a YouTuber because we want to do artwork to escape reality and to relax and to enjoy it. But there is a tremendous amount of pressure to impress people and to create a video that's compelling and something that people will enjoy. But this is fun. This is an experience, and wow, I'm enjoying the whole thing here. But I still don't know why I did a lightsaber. What am I doing here? There we have it, everyone. Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog side by side, 2005 to 2020. Let's take a look at the original one first and sort of recap what it is we've got going on here, because it looks it's not a bad drawing. I really do like this drawing. I think it looks fantastic, actually. And considering my age was 14 years old, I think I did really well here. The idea of holding a lightsaber, I still don't quite understand why I did this, but I'm not going to complain. It's Sonic the Hedgehog with a lightsaber. Who's going to complain about that? Taking a look at the 2021, there is a clear difference here. It's taken a huge leap into the modern era, and I'm so happy with it. It does look good. Now, I must once again say that this was not a serious drawing. This wasn't something that was supposed to be a professional quality piece of artwork. I was doing this to enjoy it. I had a lot of music playing in the background. I was watching a movie at one point, so I was really enjoying this piece of artwork above all else. I wasn't trying to be serious with it, and I was just trying to enjoy it. And enjoy it I did. This was a fun, relaxing experience to create something here. There are errors in both coloring and the drawing itself, but I think overall, it is head and shoulders above the original one. You can clearly see a great progression in art style, as well as my own art style that I've developed over the years showing through this. And the lightsaber doesn't look too bad. I think the lightsaber is pretty cool. It's a lightsaber. What did you think of the video, everyone? Did you enjoy yourself here today? I know we got a little bit deep towards the end there. It got a little bit crazy. But overall, I had a great time creating this Sonic the Hedgehog from 2005 to 2020. I've been ADCArtAttack. I hope you're having a great day. And if you are doing artwork, try to enjoy it. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.